Show and Tell by Robert Munsch, illustrated by Michael Marchenko. I love Show and Tell. It's cool. Don't you? Where'd you hit this one? Benjamin wanted to take something really neat to school for show and tell. So he decided to take his new baby sister. He went upstairs, picked her up, put her in his backpack, and walked off to school. When Ben sat down, the baby sister finally woke up. She was not happy inside his backpack and started to cry. Wah, wah, wah. The teacher looked at him and said, "Benjamin, stop making that noise." Ben said, "That's not me. That's my baby sister. She's in my backpack. I brought her for show and tell." "Yikes," said the teacher. "You can't keep a baby in a backpack." She grabbed Ben's backpack and opened it up. The baby looked at the teacher and went, "Where, where, where?" "Don't worry," said the teacher. "I know how to take care of babies." She picked it up and rocked it back and forth, and rocked it, and rocked it, and rocked it. Unfortunately, the teacher was not the baby's mother, and she didn't rock her quite right. So the baby cried even louder. Wah, wah, wah. The principal came running in. He looked at the teacher and said, "Stop making that noise." The teacher said, "It's not me. It's Sharon, Ben's new baby sister. He brought her for show and tell. She won't shut up." The principal said, "Don't worry. I know how to make kids be quiet." He picked up the baby and yelled, "Hey! You! Be quiet!" The baby did not like that at all, and it screamed really loudly. "Ah! Ah! Ah!" The principal said, "What's the matter with this baby? It must be sick. I'm calling a doctor." The doctor came with a big black bag. She looked in the baby's eyes. She looked in the baby's ears. She looked in the baby's mouth. And she said, I know what to do. This baby needs a needle." So the doctor opened her bag, got out a really short needle and said, "Nah, too small." Doctor opened her bag, took out a longer needle and said, "Nah, too small." Doctor opened her bag, got out a really long needle and said, "Nah, too small." The doctor opened up her bag, got out an enormous needle and said, just right. When the baby saw the enormous needle, it yelled as loudly as it could. "Wah! Wah! Wah!" Ben said, "What's the matter with this school? Nobody knows what to do with the baby." He ran down to the principal's office, called his mother on the phone and said, "Help! Help! Help! You have to come to school right away." The mother said, "Ben, your little sister is lost. I can't come to school. I have to find her." "She's not lost," said Ben. "I took her to school in my backpack." "Oh no!" yelled the mother. She ran down the street and into the school. The principal and the teacher and the doctor were standing around the baby. The baby was yelling as loud as she could. "Ah! Ah! Ah!" The mother picked up the baby, rocked her back and forth. The baby said, and went to sleep. Not done yet. "Oh, thank you, said the principal. "That baby was making so much noise, it was just making me feel sick." "Sick?" said the doctor. "Sick? Did that man say he was sick? He must need a needle." So the doctor opened her bag, got out a short needle and said, "Nah, too small." The doctor opened up her bag, got out a longer needle and said, "Nah, too small." The doctor opened up her bag, got out a really long needle and said, "Nah, too small." That doctor opened it, reached into her bag, got out an enormous needle and said, just right. The principal looked at that enormous needle and said, "Ah, ah, ah," and he ran right out the door. Now, said the mother. "It's time to take this baby home." "Right," said Ben. "You can use my backpack." "What a good idea," said the mother. Ben went back to school. Oh, I missed a page. I'm sorry. Ben and his mother put the baby to bed, and she went to sleep and didn't cry. Not even once. Ben went back to school, carrying some strange things for show and tell. And he wasn't out of place at all. You know what I noticed about this picture? That's the snowsuit, the boy in the snowsuit from one of his other books. I think that the dragon is from The Paper Bag Princess. This is the dad that sleepwalked in 50 Below Zero. And I think this girl is the girl from Stephanie's Ponytail. So I think that all of these characters are characters from his other books. And that's kind of cool, but you wouldn't know it unless you read some of his other books. And here's a list of some of the books that he has written. I just want you to see how long that list is. All of these. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Ah.